Hello friends, Mike Feeney here with the Union Labor Advisory Network, where we educate, connect, and inspire the future of union labor, workforce innovation, and community development. In this episode, we sit down with a true changemaker, Crickett Thomas-O'Dell, the statewide pre-apprenticeship director at the Workforce Development Institute. Crickett brings a dynamic blend of experience in education, workforce strategy, and industry collaboration, leading the charge to connect unrepresented communities with careers in the New York State building and construction trades. From championing STEM and CTE education to building pre-apprenticeship pipelines for youth, women, and communities of color, her work is reshaping how we prepare the workforce of tomorrow. Tune in as we explore how WDI and the New York State building and construction trades are creating real equitable opportunities in the skilled trades, and why this mission is so critical right now. Whether you're a union leader, educator, advocate, or just passionate about workforce equity, this conversation will inspire you. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Union Labor Advisory Network. I'm Mike Feeney. Today, I'm extremely proud and privileged to have Crickett Thomas-O'Dell, Director of Statewide Pre-Apprenticeship Program, with us today to learn a little bit more about her background, history, and experience, and what led Crickett to pursue a career in the workforce development field. So, Crickett, I'm so happy to have you here. We've seen each other, know each other for quite some time, but to get you on the platform to learn about these particular initiatives, it's extremely important. I'm so thankful to have you on today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me, for chasing me down and making sure that we got this to happen, because I know it's been a while that we said we were going to go back and forth, and we finally made it happen.
Absolutely. We always see each other at great events. They're either honoring, events, community events, but then I always see you on social media, and you're always going around to different organizations, really promoting your initiatives. And I'm just so excited because I'm so proud to be affiliated and really promote these pre-apprenticeship opportunities. So, for our audience, can you maybe go a little bit more about what inspired you to pursue a career in workforce development?
Actually, I had the chance to look back over my career recently. I attended my 45th college reunion this past June, and I was actually honored with the Alumni of Influence Award. And so it gave me a chance because they asked for a bio about what you've done. And looking over what I've done, everything I've done has been a service-minded type of position. College recruitment, alumni affairs, enrollment management, creating digital classrooms, opening up the world for students and educators to international education travel, restructuring family members' entire workforce, and then joining the Workforce Development Institute in 2019, which is a statewide organization where we work with other organizations to help them develop their own strategies to strengthen their workforce. It's always been with service and creating opportunities for others. So that's kind of how I got to where I am.
It's incredible. And again, you're a service-minded individual. I mean, that's your passion, what you pursue.
Yes.
Same holds true in my walk of life as well. I'm a Rotarian. We talk about service above self and others. So, just to work alongside you, I feel really proud. Now, Crickett, could you tell us a little bit more about the statewide pre-apprenticeship program and what you do in your current role at the organization?
Absolutely. The statewide pre-apprenticeship program is a collaboration between WDI, Workforce Development Institute, and the New York State Building and Construction Trades Council. It was established nearly 4 years ago. It was designed to connect our statewide projects, construction projects, with local construction projects and these programs by providing a structured, comprehensive, usually 8 to 11 week program for individuals who get paid, and they've typically been underrepresented in the unionized construction industry. And so that we call it fondly SPAP, the Statewide Pre-Apprentice Program. We gather data, we provide best practices across New York State that include the use of our MC3 program, which is multi-craft core curriculum. It's a curriculum that's created by NAB2, which stands for North American Building Trades Unions. And that organization represents 14 national and international construction and building trades. And it's administered by an organization that's an offshoot of them called Trades Futures. Now, the MC3 program contains a minimum of 120 hours of instruction in courses such as we have construction math, construction industry awareness, health and safety, construction tools, blueprint reading, and financial literacy. And so this program allows individuals with a focus on women, people of color, justice impacted, and veterans to gain all the foundation and the skills needed to become a successful apprentice in any one of the trades that they want to choose. The Statewide Pre-Apprenticeship Program is building bridges to communities by creating a diverse and representative workforce.
You said it all. You got it all. You got it all. In one breath, you had it all.
I've had practice.
I've seen you on multiple occasions presenting this in large groups, so you got it down really well. The Crickett, again, in talking about all the incredible work that you're doing, can you share a story where the statewide pre-apprenticeship program and pre-apprenticeship programs have helped transform someone's career or supported a union local in a meaningful way?
Sure, yes. Well, actually, the Statewide Pre-Apprenticeship Program has done both of those things. One of the things that I get to do in this position is to attend and speak at our graduation services for these programs. And at every program that I've attended, whether it's in Buffalo or Long Island, every one of those graduation programs, wow, there are participants and family members who have been so appreciative of this program. They have been so absolutely happy that they found this or we found them. And I tell you, the opportunity to have a career that is family sustaining wages, benefits, a retirement plan, safety that they can look forward to. There has not been one of these graduation programs where tears have not been shed. And I'm talking tears from the participants and tears from the family members too, because they know that they are now on a path to a high road, high quality career. So in that case, it does that everywhere that we have the opportunity to put these programs in place. Every building construction trade that has welcomed a pre-apprenticeship person into their program has been quite pleased with not only the level of preparedness that these individuals come to them with, but also with the courses, the coursework that they have been saying to myself and others, wow, we're so glad that this program exists for those folks so that now we can bring in a very well-qualified apprenticeship.
That's great. Now, Crickett as well, can you talk about, and I've heard some conversations, I'm starting to see it within, they got obviously New York State with the Department of Education. Talk about New York State's Department of Labor Teachers Ambassador Program, what it does and how it can help increase awareness of careers in the unionized construction trades.
Absolutely, because along with the courses I just previously mentioned, the folks who go through our pre-apprenticeship program also learn things such as time management, public speaking, conflict resolution, taking constructive criticism, critical thinking, and team building. And so your question is a great segue into the Teacher Ambassador Program. That is a program that we are very, very excited to be a part of. It is a 4-week program. It allows teachers, librarians, school counselors, and other administrators to come into a paid program whereby for 4 weeks they delve deeply into learning about how the 21st century skills that are needed for our students, how they can be taught. One of the things that I found in doing this position for the past 4 years is that there has been a shift, if you will, in terms of folks understanding that before it used to be only college, but now the Teacher Ambassador Program, with this focus on helping these educators go and learn about other opportunities that exist for the students, it provides them with that opportunity to now be in the front line, working with these students and helping them to learn about it. There's a quote, I'm trying to remember who does it. His name is Dr. Remember it is. He is with the CTE program, Career Technical Education Program out of Florida. And he has a quote that says, college used to be seen as steak, while career and technical education was seen as hamburger. Today, college is still steak, but CTE programs has become lobster. Mm-hmm. In an ideal K-12 school setting, all students would be engaged, or should be engaged in high quality surf and turf. And so programs like the Teacher Ambassador Program help to make that happen.
That's great.
I love that quote. It's like,
I
yeah,
like,
surf
I
and
like
turf.
the, I didn't have lunch, so it's making me hungry right now when you talk about steak and lobster. And quickly, when you talk about New York State Department of Labor, I know I work with a lot of the public city schools within New
Mhm.
York City. Does this also apply to like some of the other, schools? I guess your Catholic, high schools and different programs, or some of the teachers, like integrating these particular service or ambassador programs?
Actually, the Teacher Ambassador Program is for any educator, 6 through 12, who is out there in New York State. So I actually went to the Teacher Ambassadors group here in the Capital Region last week when they visited the Carpenters, Local 291. And there were administrators there. There were folks who, a physics teacher, a teacher from, it was a Catholic school. So yes, it applies to anyone who's teaching in New York State.
Right. And Cricket, how do we get this information? How do we disseminate this to the masses, other schools? I'm sure your job and responsibility is to make sure that all the schools are aware and have this information. But as advocates supporting a lot of your initiatives, how do we collect this information and disseminate it to the world, or get in touch with some of those teachers and let them know about the program, or get in touch?
Specifically for the Teacher Ambassador Program,
Yeah,
they have
yes.
a great section on their website under Department of Labor that all you have to do is Google Teacher Ambassador, and it shows you we are going to a third cohort. The first two cohorts will list all the teacher ambassadors, what schools they've come from, where they are within New York State. So they've done a really good job of capturing that information and, again, providing people with information on what the Teacher Ambassador Program is, what they learn. As a teacher ambassador, those 4 weeks are pretty crammed. I know that they're learning about labor market data. They're learning about Department of Labor and how their workforce programs operate. They're learning about local career centers and workforce boards. They visit businesses, as I mentioned, they visit training centers. So those 4 weeks are jam-packed. And they're paid.
And they're paid.
And they're paid.
Now, there was another program that I was made aware of, like the Adult School 6 program within the New York City Department of, the Department of Education. It's for the, I guess the parents of the students that are going through some of these vocational high schools to get into a program or a pre-apprenticeship or
Mhm.
get education or understanding about what these careers can look like. And working through one of my local schools, Grady High School, we've seen a group of older adults going through the program, after school programs,
Excellent.
going through the very similar curriculum that's been put in place for students, so they can get educated and be I guess next level, so that they're prepared for these particular programs or an apprenticeship program if they're lucky enough to get themselves in one within the skilled trades.
Yes. And you mentioned the parents, and I know that, as I mentioned before, at the graduation programs, but also part of my outreach is speaking to parents and speaking at community-based organizations whereby parents are in attendance because, again, you don't know what you don't know. I never knew about the trades coming through high school. And in fact, think about when our daughter came through high school, she wasn't exposed to the trades at all. And so this awareness building that we are on, this track whereby folks are now recognizing that this is a viable career, it's really taking off, and it's exciting to be a part of that because now we know that building this awareness about this viable industry, how important it is to do that, not only because we have a shortage, but it just makes sense as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a lot of family members that are in the construction industry, different
Mhm.
roles and different positions, and just to understand the quality of workmanship, having these union apprenticeships, the training that they receive, the safety training, all the certifications that they get, they're really building their resume and their pocket, because the better trained and well certified you are, obviously the more money that you can make. Um,
And And you're right, the way the program is laid out, become an apprentice, some of our trades are 4-year apprenticeships, some are 5, but I like to call it the other 4-year degree, if you will, because you come through, start as apprentice 1, 2, 3, 4, then you graduate from that and become a journey person. And then you're making top dollar for sure. And you've gained all this skills and knowledge that, again, if you compare that to going to college, same situation, except there's no debt.
Yep. And Cricket, I've been to a few graduation ceremonies for some of the trades. It's like signing day. They're getting recruited into the NBA or the NFL draft, and they're getting drafted into a certain local, which really is cool and exciting because these high school students know they've been prepared, they have that skill set already since they're
Yeah.
already trained, and now they're going into like Division 1, prime apprenticeships to have take on all these particular skills, which is really again exciting.
I love the National Signing Day. That's become like one of my most favorite events, and it took a while for the BOCES, the ones local here, to get that up and running. But the past 3 years now, we've been running this, and other BOCES throughout New York State are asking, so how can I do this? Because to your point, when those students, get to sign with one of the trades, they're already, the career set for them. And what I see with the trades, which I think is really cool, they're starting to, each of them now is upping their swag game. So before it used to be just a t-shirt, maybe a hat, how to bring full jackets, and all this tool belts and tool kits. I'm like, wow.
Exactly.
Good for them.
It's great. And Cricket, for me, my background more is in banking and finance. So you have these service providers in different industry segments.
Mhm.
But like I'm talking about the swag and the tool belts and all the other gear and the safety gear and helmets and eyewear that you need to have to be, to be on-site OSHA certified and be able to, all these other programs that are giving that swag out. It's like really, again, it's pretty cool and exciting to see.
It is.
And I do see the excitement, across all industries with these apprenticeships, members speaking out on different social media platforms. And we're just trying to aggregate and distribute as much excitement and education as possible to drive that traffic to these particular opportunities.
Excellent. And we appreciate what you're doing for sure. Because again, you don't know what you don't know. And getting the word out about this has a viable career opportunity for anyone. But of course, I have a special focus on women and people of color, justice impacted, and veterans. But getting that word out to folks is so important.
Absolutely. And Cricket, can you talk about any recent or upcoming partnerships or initiatives you're really excited about that are helping to uplift some communities, some other groups, maybe some associations you're working with?
Oh, absolutely. Just recently, we're very, very excited about our collaboration now with the Center for Employment Opportunity, CEO. The CEO is a leading nonprofit that's dedicated to working with and supporting justice impacted individuals. So I work with them as soon as they get out of the system. And they're in partnership with us, New York State Building and Construction Trades Council, and implementing a $1 million grant from New York State Department of Strategic Workforce Development. So this funding has been set aside to help significantly expand those opportunities and pathways for careers in the upstate region. And so we call it UUP, Upstate Union Pathway. And this collaboration is a historic advancement in workforce development and economic mobility. So between Buffalo, Rochester, and Albany, CEO, in conjunction with our trades in those areas, is targeted to have 100 individuals within 2 years get through our pre-apprenticeship program that we designed for them so that they can receive a comprehensive training, paid training, and that will lead them directly into a construction trade. Very excited about that.
It really is. And Craig, I saw something probably a few months back too. I mean, now you're seeing certain regions or districts, create their own vocational high schools or bigger programs.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one that I saw in maybe the Hudson Valley region that was building out a bigger school just to integrate these particular programs as well.
Exactly. And again, like I said, I've been only focused on this for the past almost 4 years, but we have seen such a turn in other regions recognizing that, wow, we need to get involved, getting on the bandwagon, get involved with this program because we don't get left behind. And we're always going to need to build buildings, to take care of buildings, to build our roadways, to maintain our roadways and build and bridges. And so who's going to do that? We want to have a skilled workforce to be able to do that.
That's right. And Cricket, I know you mentioned the ARC initiatives and different programs. When you talked about like pathways to apprenticeship for the recently, as well as helmets to hard hats for transitioning veterans.
one which is really near and dear to my heart. I lost my dad during COVID, and we look at these particular programs. I want to give back, and I want to make sure that people are aware of these veterans that are transitioning have a career path and a structure. And they're utilizing the GI Bill and some other programs to get direct access to these particular trades for the servicemen that have been doing it. It's just, it's inspired to me. It's something I want to give back, and I want to work alongside you to make sure that those veterans are educated and aware of these particular incredible opportunities and career paths for them.
Absolutely, because the number of folks who I come across in my walks in life who don't know, number one, about the building trades, who don't know that as a veteran you have an opportunity, because there's a program set aside specifically for you to take what you've already gained in the military. We know that military training in itself is very structured, comprehensive, very unique, and so be able to take what you've already gained and garnered and transfer those skills into the construction trades. It's a win-win for everyone.
That's right. That's right. So Crickett, looking back, what mentors or experiences helped shape your path in workforce development? Any mentors that you have?
Wow. Looking back over my career, like I did recently for my college reunion, I had to think that I've been blessed, truly blessed, with a lot of experiences, a lot of opportunities to grow, to learn, to take on leadership opportunities, and to always continue to give back to others. I think that once I left the corporate world and moved into higher education, I was able to really hone my skills of program development and outreach. And then when I moved into not-for-profit world, I was truly able to learn how to bridge those gaps that occur in workforce development issues, develop ways to overcome obstacles. What else? Enhance my business development skill set. There have been many individuals along the way who have helped me to get where I am, either by supporting me, and even those who challenged me. And I think back to before I joined WDI, I was working in DC for a family member's transportation services company, and they truly challenged me, but that helped me to grow as well. I had 150 employees, so I had to really sharpen my people skills and organizational skills, and my ability to be an effective leader who thinks first, gathers intel, and then makes decisions. So lots of folks along the way who helped me get to where I am today.
Gotcha. Now, another question for you. What message would you give to young people, especially young women, who may not see themselves in union trades or leadership roles?
Again, I consider myself blessed in that I had the opportunity to speak to young people, young women, a lot when I'm wearing one of my other hats. I don't think you knew this, but I'm also a high school basketball and volleyball referee and a lifelong martial artist. So I'm around young people a lot. And so when I had the opportunity to ask them, so what are your plans for the future? I get to share with them that, and especially young women, when I'm on the courts with them for basketball and volleyball, that the unionized construction field is definitely something you want to consider, because this is one industry where there's no gender gap for pay. Women construction workers get the same pay as male construction workers because you're an apprentice. Whether you're a female apprentice or male apprentice, you're an apprentice and you get the same pay. I shared there are numerous opportunities. As I said earlier, you're going to be looking at buildings and bridges that need to be built and maintained. We are significantly shortage right now. One of the things that keep me up at night sometimes is thinking about how we're going to fill the workforce needs that we have for the projects that we have coming down from, looking at what's happening in central New York with Micron, what's happening here in Capital Region, the work we have going on in Hudson Valley, Long Island, Buffalo Build. All those areas, our workforce, it needs to be continuously filled. So especially for young women, I tell them that you're facing a shortage. So now is a great time for you to get in. And they listen because, number one, they're hearing from a woman and they're like, oh, okay. So we need to attract thousands of women going forward. And I have the opportunity to talk to them and share with them that where else can you look at a place whereby you are joining a workforce where you have higher family sustaining wages, You have benefits that include health, retirement. What else do you get? Paid time off, safe working conditions, opportunity for growth, and this part too, a sense of satisfaction at the end of every day. You get
Absolutely.
to leave your work and say, I built that, I did that, I helped to construct that. I mean, it's a win-win again for everyone.
Absolutely. And I know we talk about, women, one of the most inspiring conferences that I've been to for the past 3 years is Trades Women Build Nation. And I know that's
Absolutely.
in September. I know you'll be there. I'm sure you'll be there with, with all your gear and we're going to be there together.
Absolutely.
But that organization, and hats off to NAPTU and the Trades Women Build Nation and Trades Futures for putting this conference together, because year after year it's only grown. And I know last year was the largest it's ever been. I'm sure Chicago is going to break records as well.
Absolutely.
But to see the solidarity and the communication between other women in the trades is something like I've never seen before.
Oh, no doubt. It blew my mind. I went to, my first one was in DC, and even the parade alone, whereby these women came out in full force. And like you said, the solidarity that they had there, even though they're there representing different trades, there was still this congeniality that's all women. 5,000 women marching to the streets of DC. I was like, this is unbelievable. They were just amazing.
Absolutely. And when you talk about organizing, they can organize the masses right now. So their communication skills, women in general, I mean, you guys could articulate a little bit more than men, as a man. And I really do appreciate all the work of all the tradeswomen that have been out there,
Yes.
just promoting the trades in the best possible way, collaborating and creating their own networks to really educate the masses on what these particular career opportunities really look like. So
Yes. And I plan on speaking more about pre-apprenticeship programs and utilizing that network of Trades Women Build Nations already to have those women who are there give back if they can, to talk to other women, to share with them that there's a pre-apprenticeship opportunity for them to get involved in. We have the one here in New York State, but I'm sure I know through my work with NAPTU and Trades Futures that there's what we call apprenticeship readiness programs across the United States that we can work towards getting more women involved in this wonderful industry.
that's great. Now, Crickett, quick question too, and as we wrap up, and a lot of different questions. If there are organizations, I guess when you talk about like the BOCE schools or other groups that are out there, how do they get involved in the MC3 curriculum or be able to help associate or support the educational pieces for the program?
Oh, great question. We're actually working with Syracuse City School Districts, which is in central New York, has already implemented the MC3 curriculum into their school. They started last fall. So this is the first full year of having the program in place. We've connected them to a local school district here, Schenectady School District, because they want to do the same thing as well. They recognize the need for having their students have access to this type of curriculum, to having the awareness factor built in for them to understand that this is something they can get into. Because again, college is not for everyone. Not knocking college, because I drank that Kool-Aid, my husband drank that Kool-Aid, we fed it to our daughter, she drank that Kool-Aid. But truth be told, ask me what my daughter is doing now for a career after going through, and she went to a private college that required 5 years. The 5th year was a co-op program. Ask me what she's doing now.
What's she doing now, Crickett?
She is a member of the Laborers Local 157.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Yeah. So again, point here is that kids do listen to you, because she started apparently listening to mom talk about, the trades, and what happens with the building construction trades. And while mom and dad are still writing out that Parent Plus loan check every month, she went and joined the laborers. I'm like, well, okay, she's happy, because she wasn't happy doing what she was doing after 5 years of college, but that's okay.
She found a career that she likes right now, and she's working with the laborers and letting on the national level, top notch, and they're doing such incredible work right now, just to really organize and educate the masses on what's going on in today's world. So that's great.
Working with other organizations and helping them understand that these are options, that's key. I work with a lot of community-based organizations and a lot of community boards. With the NAACP, they were asking me to be a part of their workforce development initiative. So again, spread the word to the constituents they work with. I'm a member of the Capital Area Urban League, so that again, you don't know what you don't know. So I share information through them. We've actually created a couple of partnerships through the Urban League and some of our trades. The Coalition for Black Trade Unionists, CBTU, is another organization that, again, they are very, very active in all of the other organized trades. When it comes to building and construction trades, we're working on getting that to the point whereby we can actually have a building trades type of mini fair the next time this CBTU gets together for the national conference.
Okay, very good. Craig, I can't thank you enough for your time sitting down with us, sharing a little bit more about your background and all the incredible programs that you have to offer through the statewide pre-apprenticeship program. So
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited to know you, and I look forward to seeing you. Obviously, at future events, I'll probably see you in Saratoga.
Absolutely.
Really soon. Really soon.
Yeah, a couple of weeks, right? It's already mid-July, so I'll see you soon.
Exactly. Any final remarks? Anything you would like to leave with the audience? Any points of reference to things of that nature?
No, I'd say if they want to learn more about the statewide pre-apprenticeship program, you can give me a call. You have my contact information, can blast it out that way. Or if they visit either the WDI, Workforce Development Institute website, or our New York State Building and Construction Trades website, we have a section on pre-apprenticeship programs. They can check it out there and learn more about the work that we do.
Perfect. Craig, again, I'm so thankful for you to be with me today. I know we were trying to, we've been bouncing around, but we finally got it together. And
Yes.
look forward to, making some edits and getting this out to the masses and supporting you and all the initiatives of WDI and New York State Building and Construction Trades.
Thank you so much for the work that you do. Thank you for having me today. And I love this conversation that we had. I will see you soon.
Absolutely, Craig. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
I'd like to thank all our sponsors for helping to build and promote the ULA Network. It is because of you that we're able to support, educate, and promote informative content relevant to labor. Please subscribe, like, and share our channel and media. I'd like to thank you all for your support.